Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously unpack the intricate and often tumultuous drama unfolding behind the ancient gilded gates of the British monarchy. Today, we delve into a seismic rift that is reportedly shaking the very foundations of the House of Windsor. A conflict not between brothers, but between two powerful women, the Princess of Wales, Catherine, and Her Majesty, Queen Camilla. This isn't just a minor disagreement over seating arrangements or charity priorities. We are talking about a profound clash of wills regarding the most contentious figure in the modern royal narrative, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Before we fully immerse ourselves in this extraordinary internal struggle, please take a moment to show your support. If you appreciate our deep dives into royal affairs, do remember to gently tap that like button and subscribe, ensuring you never miss our next detailed exploration. Your support truly helps us keep these investigations going. The atmosphere within the higher echelons of the royal family has reportedly grown icy, reaching a flashpoint centered around Kate Middleton's surprising yet determined defense of her estranged brother-in-law, Prince Harry. This stance, which appears to contradict the hardened position of her own husband, Prince William, is allegedly causing significant, perhaps irreparable friction with her stepmother-in-law, Queen Camilla. To fully grasp the gravity of this situation, we must first revisit the source of the deep wounds. The current tension is a direct consequence of the explosive revelations and accusations made by Prince Harry, particularly concerning Queen Camilla, detailed extensively in his globally published memoir. For those who may not have followed every twist of this saga, Prince Harry leveled profoundly serious and personally damaging allegations against the Queen. He publicly accused Camilla of sacrificing him on the altar of her own public relations campaign. This assertion implied a calculated, cold-hearted exchange where his own standing and reputation were allegedly diminished to elevate Camilla's public image and secure her path to queen consort. Furthermore, in a moniker that stunned royal commentators worldwide, Harry went so far as to brand her the wicked stepmother in his life. These are not merely passing insults. They are charges that cut to the very heart of the royal hierarchy and Camilla's hard-won legitimacy. Given the sheer scale and venom of these public attacks, one would naturally expect a unified front of absolute condemnation from the senior members of the firm. Indeed, Prince William has adopted a seemingly impenetrable no-forgiveness attitude toward his younger brother, a position widely supported by many close to the institution. Yet here is where the story takes its truly remarkable turn. The Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, appears intent on adopting a radically different approach. Instead of joining the chorus of rejection, she is reportedly striving to act as a crucial, delicate bridge between Prince Harry and his father, King Charles III. This effort is ongoing, despite her husband William's staunch and unwavering refusal to reconcile or offer any measure of clemency to the Duke of Sussex. This divergent path taken by the future queen is not going unnoticed. According to candid reports from an insider speaking to Heat World, the entire situation is acting as a relentless source of friction, pushing multiple members of the firm against one another in a painful, high-stakes internal conflict. The source paints a vivid picture of Queen Camilla's escalating distress and disbelief. The Queen, having endured years of public scrutiny and finally achieving the status she now holds, is reportedly aghast at Kate's continued intervention. The insider revealed that Queen Camilla cannot believe that Kate is continuing to stick up for Harry after everything he's said. Imagine the Queen's perspective. After enduring decades of being portrayed as the other woman, and finally achieving the public acceptance and royal title she was granted, she sees the attacks from Harry, which were deeply personal and existential to her role, as unforgivable transgressions. To then witness the future queen consort attempting to smooth over those exact transgressions is, for Camilla, a profound act of betrayal, or at the very least, extreme insensitivity. The tension has reportedly reached a point of absolute saturation. Camilla feels that this situation, this endless attempt at mediation and softening the edges of the conflict, has gone on far too long and needs to stop. This simmering resentment has boiled over into direct confrontation. The insider claims that Her Majesty has taken the extraordinary step of telling Kate flat out that she's being naive and reckless. This is not the language one expects to hear directed toward the Princess of Wales, the mother of the future king. The accusation of being naive suggests a dangerous lack of understanding of the consequences of Harry's actions. And reckless implies that Kate's actions are actively jeopardizing the stability and unity of the monarchy itself. But let us not overlook the immense pressure Kate Middleton has been under. She has always been praised for her poise and her ability to navigate complex family dynamics with grace. Yet even the most patient person has a breaking point. The reports indicate that Kate has been very patient and has been biting her tongue for much of this year over Camilla's attitude towards her. This suggests that the friction between the two senior royal women predates the current Harry crisis, hinting at underlying issues concerning hierarchy and influence. However, the insiders stress that this Harry situation is making it 100 times more tense. The heart of Camilla's fury lies in her absolute conviction that there should be no reconciliation whatsoever. She harbors a profound, absolute zero-tolerance policy regarding the Duke of Sussex. The source confirms that Camilla wants nothing to do with Harry. She's disgusted at the soft stance Charles has taken and fully supports William's zero-tolerance policy of no forgiveness. This highlights a significant divide in the immediate royal circle. William and Camilla are aligned in their firm exclusion of Harry, while Charles and Kate appear to lean toward a tentative, difficult path toward eventual communication, if not full reconciliation. What truly irks Queen Camilla, the detail that reportedly fuels her deepest anger, is the belief that the current internal conversation regarding peace talks wouldn't even be happening if Kate hadn't actively intervened. The insider suggests that Camilla feels there wouldn't be if Kate hadn't waded in to help forge a pathway for Harry to ingratiate himself with his father. This accusation positions Kate not merely as a mediator, but as an active agent undermining the established hardline against Harry. By attempting to create an opening, even a tiny crack, for Harry to re-establish some form of relationship with King Charles, Kate is perceived by Camilla as directly challenging the Queen's own authority and protecting someone who has publicly sought to dismantle her reputation. Furthermore, given the truly damning things Harry has said, Camilla reportedly finds it ridiculous that Kate's still even in contact with him. For the Queen, any continued communication, however minimal, between the Princess of Wales and the Duke of Sussex is seen as an unacceptable endorsement of Harry's behavior. But the insult goes deeper than just communication. The structure of the royal family dictates a certain chain of command. Camilla, as the Queen, occupies the position closest to the King. Yet, the reports indicate that Kate has been bypassing this established channel. It is insulting to her that Kate has continuously gone over her head to the King directly concerning the Harry issue. In the highly structured world of the monarchy, going directly to the sovereign, bypassing the Queen Consort on a matter of such personal and institutional sensitivity, is a perceived slight of monumental proportions. It suggests a lack of trust in Camilla's judgment, or a deliberate attempt to neutralize her influence over the King's decision-making process regarding his younger son. Camilla, according to the sources, has not been subtle about her displeasure. She has not been shy about telling people how aggrieved she feels. And in the hothouse environment of the palace, such sentiments inevitably travel. These expressions of deep grievance have inevitably made its way back to Kate, and she in turn has fired back. This revelation is perhaps the most shocking aspect of the report. Kate Middleton, known for her stoicism and adherence to royal silence, has reportedly stopped biting her tongue and has begun actively defending her position against the Queen. This signifies an extraordinary level of tension where decorum is being sacrificed for the sake of asserting a deeply held belief about how the family should move forward. What exactly Kate is firing back is not explicitly detailed, but one can infer that she is defending her actions as necessary for the long-term emotional well-being of the King, and, perhaps, the maintenance of a sliver of familial connection, however fraught. Caught squarely in the middle of this tempest is King Charles III. The reports depict a sovereign who is utterly exhausted and at his wits' end, desperately seeking harmony where none seems possible. The king, according to the insider, just wants everyone to get along. This desire is heartbreakingly simple for a man who has ascended to the throne only to find his reign immediately overshadowed by relentless family infighting. Yet his simple wish for peace is constantly thwarted. The mere mention of Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, seems to act as an immediate trigger, causing the blood of those around him, particularly his wife Camilla and his elder son, William, to boil. Charles is essentially trapped between the woman who supports him daily as queen and the daughter-in-law who represents the future of the monarchy, all while battling the ghosts of a fractured relationship with his youngest son. This dramatic internal conflict is more than just a family squabble. It has significant implications for the future operational unity of the monarchy. The fact that the two most senior women in the firm, the Queen and the Princess of Wales, are locked in a battle over the fundamental strategy concerning an exiled family member poses a major challenge to the image of cohesion that the institution strives so hard to project. If Kate's attempts at bridge building are indeed perceived as undermining Camilla's authority, this could lead to a permanent chill between the two women. Camilla's power is derived from her relationship with the king, and she is clearly utilizing that proximity to enforce a strict boundary against the Sussexes. Kate, however, appears to be appealing to the king's paternal instincts, seeking to leverage Charles's inherent desire for familial peace. The irony here is profound. Kate, who has been a pillar of stability and tradition, is now seen by Camilla as the reckless element, simply because she is attempting to introduce a degree of compassion or pragmatism into a situation that William and Camilla view as closed. Think about the long-term impact. If Kate succeeds in creating a mechanism for Charles and Harry to communicate, it risks deepening the divide with William, who has made his unforgiving position abundantly clear. If Kate fails, she risks permanently damaging her relationship with Queen Camilla, making the necessary collaborative work between the two most senior royal women exponentially harder. The situation described by the insider paints a picture of a palace environment thick with unspoken tension, where every gesture and every conversation is scrutinized for its loyalty, either to the king's emotional needs or to the need for institutional self-preservation, which Camilla and William clearly define as absolute separation from Harry. King Charles's burden is perhaps the heaviest. He is not only navigating the immense responsibilities of the throne, but also attempting to manage the raw, personal emotions of his entire immediate family. His desire for peace is understandable, but the history, the public accusations, the branding of his wife as a wicked stepmother, the alleged sacrifice for PR, has created wounds that, for some, are simply too deep to heal. This ongoing feud represents a fundamental disagreement on royal strategy. Is it better to sever ties completely and project strength, as William and Camilla argue? Or is it wiser to maintain some small thread of communication, preserving the possibility of future détente and easing the king's personal distress, as Kate appears to believe? The reports suggest that Kate's intervention is driven perhaps by a long-term view, the idea that perpetual, venomous family warfare is ultimately more damaging to the crown than a managed, low-contact relationship. But in the short term, her efforts have brought her into direct, painful conflict with the Queen, escalating the internal strife to unprecedented levels. This is a high-stakes chess match being played in the most public yet private of arenas. The Princess of Wales is wagering her relationship with the Queen for the sake of her brother-in-law and the peace of her father-in-law. It is a bold, risky move, and one that is currently causing immense strain within the very heart of the monarchy. We must continue to watch this dynamic closely. The battle between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine over the fate of Prince Harry is not merely gossip. It is a defining moment for the reign of King Charles III, determining whether his family can ever achieve the unity he so desperately craves. What are your thoughts on this truly explosive situation? Do you believe Kate Middleton is being naive and reckless in attempting to bridge the gap, as Queen Camilla suggests? Or do you see her actions as a pragmatic and necessary attempt to safeguard the king's well-being and the monarchy's long-term stability? Please share your perspectives and analysis in the comments section below. We read every single one of your thoughtful contributions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you can join us for our next detailed celebrity and royal update. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.